The studio lights blazed down like interrogators, and Alex Thompson's hands trembled as he gripped the microphone on national television. "My name is Alex, and for the past 2 years, I've been living a lie. Not just about my health, but about who I am," he said, his voice cracking under the weight of a secret that had festered like an open wound. The audience gasped as he continued. "My parents forced me to fake cancer to scam donations, all while hiding the fact that I'm gay, because they couldn't bear the shame. It started in the quiet suburbs of Chicago, where the Thompson family home stood as a facade of middle-class normalcy. Alex was 22, fresh out of community college with dreams of becoming a graphic designer. But those dreams had been sidelined by the relentless pressure from his parents, Mark and Linda. Mark, a laid-off factory worker with a temper as sharp as his regrets, and Linda, a homemaker clinging to outdated ideals of family perfection, had always seen Alex as their ticket to stability. When Alex came out to them at 18, the reaction was explosive. "You're not like that," Mark had bellowed, his face reddening. "It's a phase. We'll fix it." Linda had wept, invoking God and community gossip, begging him to reconsider for the sake of their reputation in the tight-knit neighborhood. But Alex knew it wasn't a phase. He'd met Ryan at a local LGBTQ+ support group, a quiet barista with kind eyes and a laugh that made the world feel less hostile. Their relationship blossomed in secret, stolen moments in coffee shops, walks along Lake Michigan where they could hold hands without fear. Ryan was the anchor in Alex's storm, the one person who saw him fully, without judgment. "You don't have to hide from them forever," Ryan had whispered one evening as they sat on a bench, the city skyline twinkling in the distance. But hiding was all Alex knew. The alternative was losing everything. The scam began innocently enough, or so his parents framed it. Mark's unemployment benefits ran dry, and bills piled up like accusations. One night, over a tense dinner of reheated leftovers, Linda suggested it half-jokingly. "What if we started a fundraiser? People love helping the sick." Mark latched on, his eyes lighting up with desperate greed. They researched online, learning how to forge medical documents, shave Alex's head for authenticity, and post heart-wrenching updates on social media. "Our son is battling leukemia," the GoFundMe read, complete with staged photos of Alex looking frail in a hospital gown borrowed from a thrift store. Alex resisted at first. "This is wrong," he argued in hushed tones in his bedroom, where posters of indie bands hid the cracks in the walls. "We're lying to people, good people who think they're helping." But Mark's response was a slammed door and threats. "You owe us, boy, after all we've done, and now this lifestyle of yours? You'll do this, or you're out on the street." Linda played the emotional card, tears streaming as she clutched a rosary. "Think of your little sister, Emily. She's only 12. Do you want her to lose her home because of your selfishness?" The guilt twisted in Alex's gut like a knife. Emily, innocent and adoring, didn't deserve the fallout of their family's dysfunction. So he complied. The donations poured in, neighbors, church groups, even strangers moved by the viral posts. Over $50,000 in the first 6 months. Alex attended fake chemo sessions at a clinic where a sympathetic nurse, paid under the table, signed off on paperwork. He lost weight on purpose, skipped meals to look gaunt, and wore beanies to cover his bald head. But the real sickness was the isolation. Ryan noticed the changes immediately. "What's going on, Alex? You look exhausted," he said during one of their rare meetups at a dimly lit diner. Alex lied, claiming stress from job hunting, but the deception ate at him. How could he tell the man he loved that his life was a scripted tragedy? As the money flowed, so did the family's indulgences. Mark bought a new truck, Linda remodeled the kitchen, and Emily got the braces she'd needed. Alex got nothing but deeper entrapment. Whispers in the community turned to praise. "Such a brave family." But at home, the control tightened. "No more of that queer stuff," Mark warned. "If anyone finds out, the whole thing crumbles." Alex's phone was monitored, his outings restricted. He sneaked texts to Ryan, but the paranoia grew. One night, after a heated argument, Mark discovered a photo of them together on Alex's laptop. "This ends now," he growled, deleting it. Or I'll tell everyone the cancer's as fake as your so-called identity. The breaking point came during a family celebration of reaching $100,000. They sat in the newly furnished living room, toasting with cheap champagne. Emily beamed, unaware of the rot beneath. But Alex felt like he was drowning. I can't do this anymore, he muttered. Linda shushed him. It's for the greater good. That phrase haunted him. Greater good at what cost? His mental health plummeted. Anxiety attacks became routine, nights spent staring at the ceiling, questioning his worth. Ryan, sensing the distance, confronted him. If you don't trust me enough to tell me what's wrong, maybe we shouldn't do this. The word stung, a preview of loss. In the quiet hours, Alex plotted his escape. He gathered evidence, screenshots of forged documents, bank statements showing the spending spree. But exposing them meant destroying his family, betraying Emily's innocence, and facing the backlash of a community that had been duped. The moral quandary tore at him. Was loyalty to blood thicker than truth? Or was silence complicity in their crime? As the fundraiser hit new highs, Alex made a decision that would change everything. He contacted a local news station anonymously, promising a story that would shock the nation. The producer, intrigued, set up an interview. Little did Alex know, this act of defiance would unravel not just the scam, but the fragile threads of his identity and relationships. The drive to the studio was a blur of nerves and resolve. Ryan, finally confided in, sat beside him in the car. I'm proud of you, he said, squeezing Alex's hand. No matter what happens. As they pulled up, Alex's heart raced. This was it, the moment of truth. Stepping into the spotlight, he felt the weight lift slightly. But the consequences loomed, unpredictable and vast. The camera rolled, and Alex's words hung in the air like a detonated bomb. The host, a seasoned journalist named Sarah Klein, leaned forward, her eyes wide. Alex, these are serious allegations. Can you walk us through how this all began? He nodded, swallowing hard, and dove into the details, his voice gaining strength with each revelation. The live broadcast streamed to millions, and in that instant, the Thompson family's carefully constructed lie began to crumble. Back home, Mark and Linda watched in horror from their living room couch. The new flat-screen TV, bought with donation money, betrayed them. What the hell is he doing? Mark roared, jumping to his feet. Linda clutched her phone, dialing frantically, but Alex had blocked them. Emily, home from school, peeked in confused. Why is Alex on TV saying he's not sick? Her innocent question pierced the air, and Linda's facade cracked. Go to your room, sweetie, she whispered, but the damage was done. The interview unfolded like a confession booth on steroids. Alex described the forged diagnoses, the staged photos, the emotional blackmail. They used my sexuality against me, he said, his eyes misting. Told me if I didn't play along, they'd out me to the whole town, ruin my life more than it already was. Sarah probed gently. And your relationship? How did that factor in? Alex hesitated, then spoke of Ryan. He's the reason I found the courage. Loving him showed me I deserved better than lies. The audience murmured, a mix of sympathy and shock. Social media exploded mid-broadcast. Hashtags like fake cancer scam and Thompson exposed trended. Donors demanded refunds, furious at the betrayal. I gave my last $50 thinking I was saving a life, one tweeted. Others defended Alex. The real victims are him and the LGBTQ+ community facing this kind of abuse. The divide was immediate, pitting family loyalty against societal justice. Ryan waited backstage, pacing. He'd driven Alex here, but the risk was immense. What if the backlash targeted them both? Ryan's own family was supportive, but public scrutiny could change that. You sure about this? He'd asked in the car. Alex had nodded. I have to. For us. Now, as Alex spoke, Ryan felt a swell of pride mixed with fear. Their relationship, once hidden, was now broadcast fodder. Post-interview, the studio buzzed with chaos. Producers fielded calls from lawyers. Police tipped off about fraud. Alex stepped off set, legs shaky, into Ryan's arms. "It's over," he whispered. But it was just beginning. His phone vibrated endlessly. Messages from friends, extended family, strangers. Some supportive. "You're brave." Others vicious. "Traitor to your own blood." The moral lines blurred. Was he a hero or a villain? That night, in a cheap motel on the city's edge, Ryan's idea for safety, Alex scrolled through the fallout. News outlets picked up the story. Gay son blows whistle on parents' cancer hoax. Comment sections debated ethics. Parents did what they had to for survival, one argued. "No, exploiting a child is unforgivable," countered another. Alex's inbox filled with interview requests, support group invites, even threats. The next day, police knocked on the Thompson door. Mark opened it, defiant. "This is a misunderstanding." But evidence Alex provided, emails, receipts, sealed their fate. They were arrested for fraud, embezzlement. Linda sobbed in handcuffs. "How could you do this to us, Alex?" Mark spat curses. Emily, whisked away by social services temporarily, cried for her brother. The guilt hit Alex like a wave when he heard. Had he gone too far? Destroyed his sister's world for his freedom? Ryan held him through the tears. "You did the right thing. She'll understand someday." But doubt lingered. Alex's coming out, intertwined with the scam reveal, amplified the drama. Conservative relatives disowned him. "You've shamed us all." Progressive allies rallied. "Pride in your truth." The societal mirror reflected back a fractured America. Debates on family obligations versus personal authenticity. As charges mounted, the family faced court. Alex testified, reliving the manipulation. "They made me choose between my identity and their greed." The prosecutor painted Mark and Linda as predators. Defense argued desperation from economic hardship. In a system that fails families, what choices are left? The jury deliberated, torn. Meanwhile, Alex and Ryan navigated their exposed romance. Public dates drew stares, some admiring, others hostile. "Is that the guy from TV?" Whispers followed. Ryan's job at the coffee shop became a circus. Customers grilled him. "Was it worth it?" one asked. Ryan smiled tightly. "Love always is." But privately, tensions arose. "I didn't sign up for this spotlight," Ryan admitted one evening in their temporary apartment. Alex froze. "Are you regretting us?" The question hung, a new fracture. The trial's first days were grueling. Witnesses, neighbors who donated, the bribed nurse, testified. Alex's cross-examination was brutal. "Didn't you benefit from the money too?" The defense lawyer pressed. New clothes, food on the table. Alex admitted partial complicity. "I was scared, trapped." The admission humanized him, but also muddied the waters. Was he victim or accomplice? Emily's testimony broke hearts. Via video, the 12-year-old said, "I love my brother. But why did he have to tell?" Alex wept in the courtroom. The price of truth. A sister's confusion. A family's ruin. Media dubbed it the Thompson tragedy, fueling talk shows on parental control in LGBTQ+ households. Through it all, Alex grappled with inner turmoil. Nightmares of his parents' faces, accusations of betrayal. Therapy sessions urged by Ryan unpacked layers. Internalized homophobia from years of suppression, the ethical weight of his choices. Was faking illness worse than exposing them? He pondered. Ryan listened, supportive, but the strain showed. Their arguments escalated over media handling, future plans. "We need space," Ryan said once, storming out. Alex panicked. Had liberation cost him love? Reconciliation attempts failed. A jail visit to his parents ended in shouts. "You've destroyed us," Linda wailed. Mark refused to look at him. Emily, in foster care, sent a letter. "I miss you. Come home." The words gutted him. Society's judgment amplified. Online polls asked, should Alex forgive his parents? Results split. As the trial progressed, Alex found unexpected allies. The LGBTQ+ advocacy group offered legal aid, housing. Strangers shared stories, My family disowned me too. Empowerment bloomed amid pain. But the high came with lows, depression spikes, isolation fears. Ryan returned after their fight, apologetic. We're in this together. Their bond tested, strengthened. Yet the verdict loomed a tipping point. Guilty or not, lives were altered. Alex wondered. Had his shock on live TV been justice or vengeance? The answer eluded as drama swirled on. The courtroom fell silent as the jury foreman stood, verdict in hand. On the count of wire fraud, we find the defendants guilty. Gasps echoed. Mark slumped. Linda buried her face in her hands. Alex, seated in the gallery, felt a hollow victory. Sentencing loomed, possible prison time, restitution. But the real sentence was the irreparable family rift. Emily, now with an aunt, avoided his calls. She needs time, the social worker said. Time Alex feared would harden into resentment. Post-trial, the media frenzy intensified. Alex became a reluctant spokesperson for LGBTQ+ rights, invited to panels discussing familial abuse and societal pressures. Coming out shouldn't cost you your home, he told one crowd in New York, voice steady now. Applause followed, but inside, doubt festered. Had he exploited the situation for attention? Ryan noticed the shift. You're helping others. That's good. But their relationship strained under the glare. Dates interrupted by fans or haters. Privacy evaporated. A backlash wave hit. Conservative outlets branded Alex a family destroyer, arguing parental rights over deviant children. In America, blood comes first, one op-ed claimed. Protests outside events. Signs reading, "Honor thy parents." Alex received hate mail. "You deserve real cancer." The threats escalated. Police advised caution. Ryan, protective, suggested moving. California? Fresh start. Alex hesitated, running felt like defeat. Internally, Alex wrestled with morality. Therapy delved deeper. Your parents' actions stemmed from fear, economic, social. But understanding didn't equate forgiveness. A letter from Linda arrived. "We were wrong. Please visit." He tore it up, anger surging. "They don't get absolution that easy." Ryan urged compassion. "Hate will consume you." The disagreement sparked fights. "Easy for you to say your family's normal," Alex snapped once. Ryan recoiled. "This isn't just your pain anymore." Society's mirror reflected polarized views. Online forums debated. Is faking illness for survival justifiable? Stories emerged of similar scams, sparking national conversations on poverty and ethics. Alex's case inspired legislation, stricter fundraiser verifications. But personal toll mounted. Friends distanced. Old ones from Chicago ghosted. "You aired dirty laundry," one texted. Isolation crept in. A turning point came at a support group meeting. A young man shared, "My dad beat me for being bi. Your story gave me hope." Tears flowed. Alex realized impact. "Thank you," the man said. Empowerment replaced some guilt. Ryan attended, witnessing the change. "See? You're making a difference." Their reconciliation was tender. A quiet dinner where they recommitted. "No more secrets," Alex promised. But betrayal lurked. Mark, from prison, gave an interview. "Alex was always troubled. We tried to help." Twisting facts, claiming the scam was Alex's idea. The article went viral, painting Alex as manipulative. "Lies!" he shouted, slamming his laptop. Public opinion swayed. Donations to his advocacy fund dried up. Ryan comforted. Truth will out. But doubt seeded. Had exposure been worth the perpetual battle? Emily's birthday approached. Alex sent a gift, anonymously. A call came, her aunt. "She wants to see you." Heart pounding, he drove to the suburbs. The reunion was awkward. Emily hugged him tightly. "Why did you leave?" she asked, explaining gently. "Mom and Dad made bad choices. I had to tell the truth." She nodded, wise beyond years. "I miss them, but I miss you too." The visit mended a thread, but fragility remained. As months passed, Alex built a new life. a job in graphic design, therapy continuing. Ryan proposed relocation seriously. San Francisco, vibrant, accepting. Alex agreed. Fresh horizons beckoned. Packing unearthed memories. Old photos, fundraiser stubs. Burning them felt cathartic. Yet, shadows persisted. An anonymous tip led to more arrests. Accomplices in the scam. Mark's sentence extended. Linda pleaded for contact. For Emily's sake. Alex relented. A supervised visit. Emotions clashed. Anger, pity. Why fake my illness? Why hide me? He demanded. Linda wept. We were scared. Of losing you, of judgment. Mark grumbled apologies. Partial closure, but scars lingered. Society evolved slowly. Alex's story featured in documentaries, highlighting LGBTQ+ struggles in conservative families.
Debates rágid. Do parentes houve acceptância.
Polls showed shifts, more support for queer youth protections. But backlash endured. Alex faced doxing, forcing address changes. In quieter moments with Ryan, reflection deepened. Did I choose right? Alex mused. Ryan squeezed his hand. You chose yourself. That's brave. Their love, forged in fire, endured. A weekend getaway to the mountains. Laughter, plans. Marriage someday? Ryan teased. Alex smiled. When the dust settles. But dust stirred anew. A class action lawsuit from donors named Alex as co-defendant. You knew, lawyers argued. Panic set in, legal fees mounted. Ryan dipped into savings. We'll fight. The trial revisited traumas, cross-examinations probing motives. Was revenge your goal? Alex denied. Justice. Jury sympathized, acquitting him. Relief, but exhaustion. Post-acquittal, Alex authored a book pitch. Exposed. A Family's Lies and My Truth. Agents bit. Writing became therapy. Drafts unpacked decisions' costs. Lost innocence, fractured bonds. Ryan edited, supportive. This will help so many. As publication neared, interviews resurfaced old wounds. One host asked, regrets? Alex paused. Only that it took so long. But privately, to Ryan, sometimes I wonder if silence was kinder. The eternal dilemma. Truth's price versus deception's comfort. Life stabilized in San Francisco. New friends, community. Emily visited summers, bridging gaps. Parents' release loomed. Tentative reconciliation? Alex pondered. Society's gaze softened. Hero narratives dominated. Yet, in bed at night, questions haunted. Had exposure liberated or destroyed? The answer, ambiguous, fueled growth. Alex embraced uncertainty, stronger for the storm. The book launch in a bustling San Francisco bookstore drew a crowd, supporters, curious onlookers, even skeptics. Alex stood at the podium, exposed copies stacked beside him, his voice steady as he read an excerpt. In the shadow of lies, I found my light, but at what cost? Applause rippled. But one question from the audience cut deep. Have you forgiven your parents? He hesitated. Forgiveness is a journey. I'm on it. Post-event, signing books, a familiar face approached. His cousin, from the conservative side. Proud of you, cuz opened my eyes. Hugs followed. Small victories amid vast divides. Ryan beamed from the side, handing water. You nailed it. Their life here flourished. Apartment overlooking the bay, jobs thriving. Alex's design firm specialized in LGBTQ+ campaigns. Ryan managed a cafe chain. Domesticity soothed. Cooking dinners, weekend hikes. But echoes of the past intruded. Mark's parole hearing. Alex submitted a statement. Actions have consequences, but rehabilitation matters. Mark was released early, conditions strict. A phone call came. Son. The word jolted. They met neutrally, a park bench. Mark, aged by prison, apologized haltingly. I was wrong. About everything. Alex listened, emotions swirling. It hurt, Dad. Deeply. Tears shed. No full embrace, but a start. Linda followed out on probation. Family therapy suggested. Sessions were raw. Accusations, revelations. We feared society's rejection, Linda admitted. Alex countered. You rejected me first. Emily, now 13, mediated. We all messed up. Can we fix it? Progress inched. Holidays tentative. Boundaries set. Societal ripples continued. Alex's book hit bestsellers, sparking TED Talks. The Ethics of Exposure. When family secrets collide with identity. Audiences debated post-lecture. Is outing a scam moral if it outs you too? Comments varied. Absolutely, truth liberates. No, family privacy sacred. Alex encouraged discourse, fostering change. Personal growth deepened. Therapy addressed survivors' guilt. You saved yourself. That's not selfish. Ryan's unwavering support anchored him. Their anniversary. A quiet proposal. Marry me? Ryan asked on a cliffside overlook. Alex, teary. Yes. Planning ensued. Intimate ceremony. Emily as flower girl. But challenges persisted. A documentary deal brought crews into their home, reliving traumas. Is it worth reopening wounds? Ryan worried. Alex nodded. For awareness. Filming unearthed suppressed memories. The first fake doctor visit, parental pressure peaks. Emotional breakdowns followed. Ryan comforted through nights. Public scrutiny evolved. Pride parades featured Alex as Grand Marshal. Cheers, but protests from family values groups. Traitor! Signs waved. Security tightened. Ryan faced collateral. Job promotion delayed due to association. It's fine, he insisted. But resentment simmered. An argument erupted. Your fame is costing us. Alex recoiled. This is our story. Reconciliation in therapy. Communication key. Emily's visits brought joy, but complexity. Mom and Dad ask about you, she said. Alex navigated carefully. Tell them I'm okay. Her teen years loomed. Influences pulled. Some kids at school say you're a hero. Others say you broke our family. Alex explained. Truth hurts, but lies hurt more. She hugged him. I believe you. As marriage approached, invitations extended to parents. Cautiously. They accepted. A milestone. The wedding. Beachside. Sunset vows. Through storms and truths, I choose you, Alex said to Ryan. Cheers. Mark and Linda watched, teary. No fairy tale, but progress. Post-honeymoon, normalcy attempted. But a new scandal. Leaked prison letters from Mark, blaming Alex. Media pounced. Family feud reignites. Alex responded calmly in interviews. Healing isn't linear. Public fatigue set in. Story faded from headlines. Reflection in quiet times. Decisions dominoes. Faking cancer led to exposure, to freedom, to advocacy. Costs. Trust shattered. Innocence lost. Gains. Authenticity. Love solidified. Ryan mused. Worth it. Alex smiled. For this life? Yes. Years blurred. Emily graduated high school. Family reunited sporadically. Alex mentored queer youth. Your truth is your power. Stories shared mirrored his. Parental denial, societal bias. Impact measured in lives touched. A reunion dinner. Thompsons together. Tensions low. Laughter tentative. Proud of your work, Mark said. Linda nodded. Emily beamed. Alex felt closure's whisper. But inner conflict endured. Had the live TV shock been righteous? Or impulsive? The moral gray persisted. A lifelong companion. The book launch in a bustling San Francisco bookstore drew a diverse crowd. Ardent supporters waving rainbow flags. Curious onlookers clutching copies. And even a few skeptics lurking in the back rows with folded arms. Alex stood at the podium. The weight of Exposed, feeling both burdensome and empowering in his hands. His voice steady as he read an excerpt. In the shadow of lies, I found my light. But at what cost to those I once called family? The applause rippled through the room like a wave. But one pointed question from the audience during Q&A cut deeper than expected. Have you truly forgiven your parents? Or is this book just another way to punish them? He hesitated, the room hanging on his paws. Forgiveness is a journey, not a destination. I'm still walking it, step by painful step. After the event, as he signed books with a Sharpie that seemed to grow heavier with each autograph, a familiar face approached through the throng. His cousin from the conservative branch of the family, someone he hadn't seen since the scandal erupted. "Proud of you, cuz," the man said quietly, extending a hand. "Your story opened my eyes to things I never understood." They shared a brief hug, a small but significant victory amid the vast divides that still separated parts of his extended family. Ryan beamed from the sidelines, handing Alex a bottle of water with a wink. "You absolutely nailed it tonight," he whispered, his support a constant in the chaos. Their life in San Francisco had begun to flourish in ways Alex once thought impossible. An apartment with a stunning view of the bay, where morning fog rolled in like a gentle reminder of new beginnings. Alex's graphic design firm specialized in campaigns for LGBTQ+ organizations, turning his pain into purposeful art, while Ryan had climbed the ranks to manage a small chain of artisanal cafes. Domesticity brought a soothing rhythm. Evenings spent cooking elaborate dinners together, weekend hikes in the redwoods where they could talk freely about dreams without the shadow of secrets looming over them. Yet, the echoes of the past refused to fade entirely, intruding like uninvited guests. Mark's parole hearing arrived sooner than expected, and Alex found himself drafting a victim impact statement that balanced justice with a hint of mercy. "Actions have consequences," he wrote, "but I believe in rehabilitation and second chances." Mark was released early under strict conditions, including restitution payments and counseling. Then came the phone call that jolted Alex from his routine. "Son, it's Dad." The word son hung in the air like a fragile bridge. They arranged to meet on neutral ground, a quiet park bench overlooking a pond. Mark, visibly aged by his time in prison, gray hair thinned, posture stooped, offered an apology that stumbled out haltingly. "I was wrong about everything, Alex. The scam, the way we treated you. All of it." Alex listened, a whirlwind of emotions swirling inside. Resentment, pity, a flicker of hope. "It hurt me deeply, Dad. More than you know." They parted with tears but no full embrace, just the promise of another meeting. A tentative start. Linda followed suit soon after, out on probation and eager for reconnection. The idea of family therapy was floated by a counselor, and they agreed to try. The sessions were raw and unflinching. Accusations flew, buried resentments surfaced like long-dormant volcanoes. "We were terrified," Linda admitted through sobs, "of society's rejection, of losing face in our community." Alex countered sharply, his voice laced with years of pent-up pain. "You rejected me first, long before society had a say." Emily, now a perceptive 13-year-old, often acted as an unwitting mediator, her innocence cutting through the tension. "We all messed up, didn't we? Can we just try to fix it together?" Progress inched forward like a glacier, slow, but undeniable, with holidays becoming tentative gatherings where boundaries were respected and old wounds avoided. On a broader scale, the societal ripples from Alex's story continued to spread outward. His book climbed the bestseller lists, leading to invitations for TED Talks where he dissected themes like the ethics of exposure. When family secrets collide with personal identity, audiences left those lectures buzzing with debate, spilling into online forums. Is outing a family scam morally justifiable if it also outs your own sexuality in the process? Comments poured in from all sides. Absolutely, truth liberates everyone in the end. No way. Family privacy should be sacred, no matter the cost. Alex encouraged this discourse, seeing it as a catalyst for change, even as it stirred his own unresolved questions. Amid this, personal growth deepened in therapy sessions that peeled back layers of survivor's guilt. "You chose to save yourself," his therapist reminded him. "And that's not selfish. It's survival." Ryan's unwavering support remained his anchor, a constant reminder that he wasn't alone. For their anniversary, Ryan orchestrated a quiet proposal on a cliffside overlook during a hike, the Pacific Ocean crashing below. "Marry me, Alex?" Through every storm and every truth? He asked, ring in hand. Alex, tears streaming, whispered, yes, 1,000 times yes. Planning the wedding ensued. An intimate ceremony with close friends, Emily excitedly volunteering as flower girl. But even joys came with challenges. A lucrative documentary deal brought film crews into their home, forcing them to relive the traumas in high definition. Is it really worth reopening all these wounds? Ryan worried one evening, as cameras captured their daily life. Alex nodded resolutely. If it raises awareness, yes. The filming process unearthed suppressed memories, the anxiety of the first fake doctor's visit, the peak moments of parental pressure that had left him breathless with fear. Emotional breakdowns became part of the routine, but Ryan was there every time, holding him through the nights with quiet strength. Public scrutiny, meanwhile, evolved but never fully dissipated. Pride parades across the country featured Alex as a grand marshal, with crowds cheering his name, but counter-protests from family values groups persisted, their signs waving accusatorily, traitor to tradition. Security had to be tightened at events, a sobering reminder of the hate that still simmered. Ryan felt the collateral damage too. A promotion at work delayed due to his association with the controversial figure. It's fine, he insisted through gritted teeth, but resentment simmered beneath the surface. One night, it boiled over into an argument. Your fame is costing us more than you realize, Alex. Alex recoiled, hurt flashing in his eyes. This isn't just my fame. It's our story, our fight. They sought couples therapy to navigate it, learning that open communication was the key to weathering these storms. Emily's visits during school breaks brought pure joy, though not without their complexities. Mom and Dad ask about you all the time, she confided during one stay. Curled up on the couch with a mug of hot chocolate, Alex navigated the conversation carefully, choosing words like stepping stones. Tell them I'm doing okay, and I hope they are too. As she entered her teen years, external influences pulled at her. Peers, social media. Some kids at school say you're a hero for standing up, she shared. But others say you broke our family apart. Alex took a deep breath, explaining gently. Truth can hurt in the moment, but lies hurt everyone forever. I had to choose the hard path. She hugged him tightly. I believe you, Alex. I always have. As the wedding day approached, invitations were extended to Mark and Linda. Cautiously, with no expectations. To everyone's surprise, they accepted, marking a significant milestone. The ceremony on a sun-drenched beach was perfect. Sunset vows exchanged with the ocean as witness. Through every storm and every revealed truth, I choose you. Ryan, Alex said, voice thick with emotion. Cheers erupted from the small gathering. Mark and Linda watched from the front row, tears in their eyes, a quiet acknowledgement of change. It wasn't a fairy tale ending, but it was real progress, hard-won and deeply felt. After the honeymoon, a blissful week in Hawaii, they attempted to settle into normalcy. But a new scandal emerged. Leaked letters from Mark's prison days, where he blamed Alex for the family's downfall. The media pounced, headlines screaming, Thompson family feud reignites. Alex responded in measured interviews. Healing isn't a straight line. It's messy and ongoing. Public interest waned eventually, the story fading from the headlines as newer dramas took center stage. In the quieter times that followed, reflection became a daily ritual. Alex often sat by the window watching the fog lift over the bay, pondering the domino effect of his decisions. The fake cancer that led to the explosive exposure to personal freedom to widespread advocacy. The costs were steep. Trust shattered beyond repair in some places. Innocence lost for Emily. Relationships strained to breaking points. But the gains were profound. An authentic life, a love solidified in fire, a voice that echoed for others. Ryan would join him, wrapping arms around. Was it all worth it? Alex would smile softly. For this life we've built? Absolutely yes. As years began to blur into one another, Emily graduated high school with honors, the family reuniting for the occasion in a display of cautious harmony. Alex continued mentoring queer youth through his firm, sharing stories that mirrored his own. parental denial, societal biases, the courage to claim one's truth. The impact was measurable not in numbers, but in the lives touched. The young people who wrote letters saying, "Your journey gave me the strength to start mine." One evening, at a rare full-family dinner, tensions were low, and laughter even tentative around the table. "I'm proud of the work you're doing, son," Mark said gruffly, breaking a silence. Linda nodded in agreement, her eyes soft. Emily beamed across the table, the bridge between generations. Alex felt the whisper of true closure, a sense that perhaps the pieces could fit again, differently but durably. Yet, even in these moments of peace, the inner conflict endured like a quiet undercurrent. Had that shocking moment on live TV been an act of righteous justice, or an impulsive bid for vengeance? The moral gray areas persisted, becoming a lifelong companion that fueled his ongoing growth and empathy. The years after the wedding brought a rhythm of stability that Alex had long craved, but it was laced with the lingering aftershocks of his past decisions. Mornings in their San Francisco home started with coffee on the balcony, Ryan's hand in his as they watched the city awaken, a ritual that grounded him amid the occasional flares of public interest. Alex's advocacy work expanded. He founded a nonprofit for LGBTQ+ youth facing familial rejection, channeling royalties from his book into scholarships and counseling programs. "Your story saved me," emails read, each one a balm on old wounds. But reconciliation with his parents remained a delicate dance. Holidays alternated between joy and tension. Thanksgiving at their rebuilt home in Chicago, where conversations skirted deep topics. Mark, working a steady job now, shared mundane updates, "Fixed the truck myself." Linda baked Alex's favorite pie, a silent olive branch. Emily, in college studying psychology, facilitated, "We're all learning." Yet, unspoken resentments surfaced subtly. A glance, a sigh. Alex confided in Ryan, "It's progress, but exhausting." Ryan nodded, "Worth it for family." Societal debates evolved. Alex's case cited in law schools, ethics classes. Podcasts dissected. When does personal truth justify public exposure? Guests argued passionately. Alex guested once, "It's never black and white. I paid dearly." Listeners responded variably. Empathy from some, criticism from others. "You chose drama over discretion." Personal trials continued. Ryan's health scare, a benign tumor, echoed the fake cancer irony. "Karma," Alex joked darkly during hospital waits. Ryan squeezed his hand. "No, just life." Recovery strengthened them. Alex nursed him devotedly. "Couldn't do this without you," Ryan said. Their bond, resilient, inspired friends. Emily's graduation was a pinnacle. Proud in cap and gown, she dedicated her speech, "To my brother, who taught me truth's power." Family photos captured smiles, but Alex noticed Mark's stiffness. Later, private talk, "Still hurts what you did," Alex replied. "Hurts what we all did." Understanding dawned. Hugs followed. As Alex aged into his 30s, reflection intensified. Mentorship sessions mirrored his youth. A teen confided parental pressure to straighten out. Alex advised, "Choose you, but weigh costs." Hypocrisy, no wisdom from experience. A book sequel brewed. After the exposure, Healing in the Gray. Drafts explored nuances, forgiveness versus boundaries, society's role in family dynamics. Ryan edited, raw and real. Publication reignited interest. Tours packed. Questions persisted. Regrets on the TV reveal? Alex. It freed me, but scarred others. Final family crisis. Linda's illness, real cancer. Irony bit hard. Alex flew back, supporting through chemo. "I'm here," he said, holding her hand. Mark grateful. "Thanks, son." Emily coordinated. Bonds mended in adversity. Recovery brought closeness. Linda whispered, "Sorry for everything." Alex, "Me too." Life settled. Alex and Ryan adopted a dog, considered kids. Advocacy thrived. Laws changed, better protections for queer minors. In Twilight Reflections, Alex pondered the saga's core. The live TV shock, catalyst for change or destructive force? The question lingered, provocative. Was exposing his family's deceit the ultimate act of courage, or a selfish betrayal that prioritized personal freedom over collective harmony? The years following the wedding ushered in a rhythm of hard-won stability that Alex had long yearned for, though it was inevitably laced with the lingering aftershocks of his pivotal decisions. Mornings in their cozy San Francisco home began with shared coffee on the balcony, Ryan's warm hand intertwined with his as they watched the city stir to life below. A simple ritual that grounded Alex amid the occasional resurgences of public interest and personal introspection. His advocacy work had expanded significantly. He founded a non-profit organization dedicated to supporting LGBTQ+ youth facing familial rejection and societal pressures, funneling the royalties from his best-selling book into scholarships, hotlines, and free counseling programs. Your story literally saved my life. The emails and letters poured in, each one serving as a soothing balm on the old, jagged wounds that sometimes still ached. But the path to reconciliation with his parents remained a delicate, often arduous dance, filled with steps forward and occasional missteps. Holidays became a mixed bag of genuine joy and underlying tension, Thanksgivings hosted at their modestly rebuilt home in the Chicago suburbs, where conversations carefully skirted around the deeper, more painful topics to maintain the fragile peace. Mark, now holding down a steady job as a mechanic, shared mundane updates over turkey. Finally fixed that old truck myself. Runs like new. Linda, her energy renewed post-recovery, baked Alex's favorite apple pie from scratch. A silent but meaningful olive branch extended across the table. Emily, pursuing her degree in psychology at a nearby university, often played the role of family facilitator with her innate empathy. We're all still learning how to be better, right? Yet, unspoken resentments could surface in subtle ways. A fleeting glance of regret, a heavy sigh during dessert, that reminded Alex healing was ongoing. He confided in Ryan during the flight home. It's real progress, but it drains me every time. Ryan, ever the optimist, nodded supportively. It's worth it, though, for the sake of family, however imperfect. On a larger scale, the societal debates sparked by Alex's story had evolved into something more structured and academic, with his case being cited in law school curricula, ethics seminars, and even congressional hearings on fraud and identity rights. Popular podcasts dissected the nuances in episodes titled things like, "When Does Personal Truth Justify Public Exposure?" featuring heated arguments from experts across the spectrum. Alex appeared as a guest on one such show, his voice calm and measured. "It's never black and white. I paid dearly for my choice, in ways I couldn't have anticipated." Listeners responded with a wide range of opinions. Waves of empathy from those who saw him as a trailblazer, sharp criticism from others who viewed him as disruptive. You chose drama over discretion, tearing down your family for the spotlight. Personal trials, too, continued to test their resilience. Ryan's unexpected health scare, a benign tumor discovered during a routine checkup, echoed the cruel irony of the fake cancer scheme that had started it all. Is this some kind of karma coming back around? Alex joked darkly while pacing hospital waiting rooms, masking his fear with humor. Ryan, pale but smiling from his bed, squeezed his hand. "No, love. It's just life throwing us another curveball." The recovery period only strengthened their partnership. Alex nursed him with devoted care, handling medications and meals with the tenderness born from their shared history. "I couldn't get through this without you," Ryan admitted one quiet evening. Their bond, having survived so much, emerged even more resilient, inspiring their circle of friends who marveled at their enduring love. Emily's college graduation marked an emotional pinnacle for the family. Standing proud in her cap and gown on the stage, she dedicated her commencement speech to Alex. "To my brother, who taught me the unbreakable power of truth, even when it's the hardest path." The family photos taken afterward captured genuine smiles, a rare unity. But Alex noticed Mark's subtle stiffness during the celebrations, prompting a private conversation later in the day. "It still hurts, what you did on that TV show," Mark confessed gruffly over coffee. Alex met his gaze steadily. "It hurts what we all did, Dad. The lies, the pressure, everything. In that moment, a deeper understanding dawned between them, leading to a tentative hug that felt like a long overdue release. As Alex aged gracefully into his 30s, his reflections on the past intensified, often during mentorship sessions with young people whose stories eerily mirrored his own. One teen confided about parental pressure to straighten out and suppress his identity. Alex advised thoughtfully, "Choose yourself first, but always weigh the costs. Truth comes with a price tag." Was there hypocrisy in his words? No, he decided it was wisdom forged from painful experience, a guide for others to navigate with eyes wide open. Ideas for a book sequel began to brew in his mind. After the exposure, healing in the gray areas of family and identity. The drafts poured out, exploring the intricate nuances, balancing forgiveness with healthy boundaries, society's complicit role in perpetuating family dynamics that stifle authenticity. Ryan served as his first editor, red pen in hand. "This is raw and real, Alex, just like you." The publication reignited a fresh wave of interest. Book tours filled auditoriums with eager audiences. The questions remained consistent. Any regrets about that explosive reveal on live TV? Alex's response evolved but stayed honest. "It freed me in ways I needed, but it scarred others irreparably. That's the gray I live in." The final major crisis for the family came with Linda's diagnosis. Real cancer this time, a bitter twist of fate that hit like a punch to the gut. The irony wasn't lost on anyone, biting hard as Alex boarded a plane back to Chicago to support her through the grueling rounds of chemotherapy. "I'm here, Mom," he said softly, holding her frail hand in the sterile hospital room. Mark, overwhelmed, expressed quiet gratitude. "Thanks for coming, son." Emily coordinated schedules between classes, her presence a unifying force. The ordeal mended bonds in the fires of adversity. As Linda's health improved, she whispered a heartfelt apology during a lucid moment. "I'm so sorry for everything we put you through." Alex, tears welling, replied, "Me too, Mom, for all of it." With time, life settled into a gentler pace. Alex and Ryan adopted a rescue dog, a fluffy mutt named Hope, and began discussing the possibility of starting a family through adoption. The nonprofit thrived, influencing policy changes like enhanced protections for queer minors in foster care systems. Alex looked back on the saga with a mix of gratitude and sorrow. The live TV shock had been the catalyst for profound change, or perhaps a destructive force that reshaped everything in its wake. The question lingered in his mind, provocative and unresolved, inviting endless contemplation. Was exposing his family's deceit the ultimate act of courage that liberated him and inspired others, or a selfish betrayal that prioritized personal freedom over the fragile harmony of collective family bonds?